Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
So I've been building e-commerce businesses ever since I was 16. And before this fashion apparel brand I built in the last 2 years, I've seen it all. I've had an electric lighter brand. I have had a male fashion brand. I have a female fashion brand. And I've been enjoying the ride of the e-commerce build phase, of the creative part to it, of the ads, basically a do-everythinger. So yeah, I've just been loving the journey of seeing a gap in the market, trying to hop on it, trying to test. Because besides a few success stories, there might be 50 or 100 stores I've tried to build and failed. I've always had a good team around me, so I always had the right setup to accelerate things fast and bring good things to the market and execute with high precision, have great creatives, have great ads, have a great website. So I'm lucky with that, and that is the reason why we could launch things fast and accelerate brands and see trends and hop in on that. And that's exactly what we did with this brand. We saw huge trends coming up 2 years ago. We hopped on it, we tested it, and after 2 weeks, we actually knew this is it. And ever since, there was no backing down. And we've been growing year to year. Even the month we're in right now is almost 5 times as good as the recent or last year's month. I'm safe to say that I'm kind of a professional in doing this. I love it and can't wait for someone to take this over and bring it to the next level even, and giving me space to start something new.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
I'm selling this business because the past 4 or 5 years I've been doing businesses in fashion. And although I think it's great, the creative part, the campaigns that come to it, the collection creating, the models, the shoots, it's a great connecting business model. I'm kind of tired of it and I'm ready for something new. I want to try out new things and new brands that I have in mind. Plus, I think the brand has a lot of potential that I cannot give it. This brand has growth all over it. The marketing is great. People love it, but it can be grown way more and way better if we find a good matching buyer that's already into fashion and has active supply chains. So that's why I think it's a good business to sell and a good business to buy specifically, because it has so much more in it. I'm really sure that it can go 10x looking at other males fashion brands in this industry, but we just don't have the context or network for it. And I'm just kind of done with working in fashion. I just want to try something new. Past years been all around fashion. So yeah, for me, it's all about going on a new journey and yeah, starting fresh.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
I'm an ad freak and I love to run ads. So mostly what I do day to day is leading the team as a true CEO would do, checking reports, checking statements, giving advice, answering questions, making decisions mostly. Just a general CEO playbook. Oh, the support KPIs is good, so we can fire one support member, or oh, we have too much negative feedback, we need to hire a support agent, or check certain products with the product manager, seeing if it fits to the brand. If I approve it, she launch it, you name it. We have a great team that comes with the business, of course. Yeah, for me, it's mainly been advertising. And eventually 2 months ago, we hired an agency for that because I was also kind of done with being in advertising for 2-3 years with this specific one. It's kind of a simple SOP, like the ads, launching the ads, testing the ads. So that's mostly what I was doing. Just was an ads manager all day, looking at data. I'm a data freak. I love that. And tweaking ads based on that. But now we have an agency taking over slowly. I was A/B testing it with myself versus that, and things look quite similar. Results are the same. So for now, it's going to be slowly moving towards more a CEO role of the company.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
What I would do if I would keep the business is trying to get a loan or invest money personally to go hard on buying stock and buying catalog and collections, because the business is doing great. The marketing is doing great. The products are great, but the profit margins can literally go 2 or 3x when we would buy stock of our bestsellers and when we would add more products around it, like iterations in our bestsellers, because now we're working with like really small MOQs, almost single items per shipment. That's our pricing model right now. But if we would say like buy 20,000 pieces of our bestsellers and sell it, the price would literally slice in half. And that would make the business hyper profitable. But we are just not there ready to do it yet. And that's also the reason why I sell, because I know there's people out there that are ready to do this. So yeah, no, if I would keep the business, I would go for the next step and try to organize this, make iterations on bestsellers, buy stock, by cutting margins, and go harder on marketing, even harder than we are doing already now. So yeah, that's what I would do.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
The biggest risk always was losing assets, like losing our advertising account. Like these days, Facebook randomly blocks your ad accounts, but we got that fixed. There's a meta representative that comes with the ad account. So that issue is fixed. That risk is gone. I think the biggest risk would be people not liking the products anymore. But in my opinion, the products we sell are timeless and they will never really go out of style. So there will always be demand for these products. So then the other biggest risk would be competitors popping up. But I'm pretty sure with our assets, our domain, our Instagram, we're kind of a market leader. So I wouldn't see anyone else coming up on this specific niche that will be bigger than us fast. But that would be the biggest risk, I'd say. Big competitor. Just from the other businesses, there's like a big competitor outperforming us. That would be the biggest risk.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
As I said, I'm an e-commerce and advertising geek. So I don't mind spending a lot of time on this business. Like if the buyer wants me to be there for 3 months or 6 months, doing weekly consultancy calls, I'm all there for it. I will always do something in e-commerce. Like even if I sell this business, I will do my next e-commerce project in a way or niche though. So I'm always here to help, to share a network as well. I have contacts for literally everything. So if there's issues, I guide for that. If there's questions about advertising, I'm happy to jump in. I would also love to stay in the ad account to see the data and stuff. So now I'm really open to giving all the support that's needed because I really love this game.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
Yes, I would be open to that. I'm not entirely sure what structure would look like, but I really think and I know that the business will only grow even more, especially if we find a good buyer. So if there will be an earn-out based on profits, then it will be good for me as well. Because yeah, I'm really confident in the business going up every month. It's the trend we're seeing now. We're up every month compared to the last year's month. So yeah, no, I would definitely be interested in doing this and giving myself also the opportunity to have a good sell and get a good buyout as well. If we indeed grow the business still, if it's sold.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
Actually, as I mentioned before, the business is worth buying because after running it for a year or 2 years right now, the business has a proof of concept that people are buying it. So that's for sure. People are buying this product. Our marketing is crazy. Our domain name is one of a kind. Our Instagram handle is one of a kind. Our customer base existing and actively buying. Our ads, we have thousands of ads. People love this. So the only thing here now is we can scale it and make better profitability. And that's why people buy businesses. I think if people buy a business, they look at, is there demand for this? Is there some improvements to make? If we would be fully optimized already, having the cheapest prices to buy stock and of maximum scale and maximum capacity already, I would not find it a good buy. But now I would say we're still incubating. We're still quite small. There's so much more to make on terms of cost of goods. Like I keep telling it over and over this interview, but like prices are easily could be divided by 2 if there's a better supply chain or willing to buy in stock. We now do it according to a dropship model. We have a 3PL and an agent, but they charge us per item and per shipment. So if someone willing to do this their own, like to not have an agent and not have inventory management done by them and do it all themselves, buy stock, buy bestseller, do forecasting, then I'm very sure profit can go 2x. And with that, you can scale the business faster because there's more space to scale. Like there's more room to invest on ads and stuff. That's why I think the business is definitely worth buying. And that's also why I sell it, because the business has an opportunity. I just don't feel like fulfilling this opportunity. So I hope there is someone out there who would love to do it.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.